Welcome to Satellite 2021. My name is Jeffrey Hill, chair of the Satellite Show. Thank you all so much for joining us again. And I am joined here by a very good friend, Dave Gelerman, CEO of now Spacebridge. David has been an expert in ground-based technology and a longtime supporter of the Satellite Show for many years, speaker on many panels. Thank you so much, David, for being with us here at Satellite 2021.
Thank you, Jeff, for inviting me.
How are you? How are things going for you here at Satellite?
Well, actually surprisingly well, considering COVID situation we're in. We're surprised how many people showed up on first day of the show, and very good friends showed up. Face-to-face connection, what we're missing for so long, it's definitely needed for all of us, even for our mental sanity.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, David, you're now with Spacebridge, which is doing some pretty fascinating work in the modem space. I've known you for many years, working at Vantech. Can you give us a few words about what Spacebridge is doing and what you're doing here and showing at Satellite?
Sure, Jeff. Spacebridge doing today end-to-end connectivity for VSAT customers. We provide a platform consisting of hubs and terminals what do star point-to-point and also mesh connectivity for GEO, LEO, and MEO constellations.
Yeah. So, you mentioned VSAT and working with multi-orbits. One of the things that happened during COVID pandemic is, it obviously impacted a lot of different industries in 2020. But how's COVID play out for you in 2021? What kind of impact have you seen on your end with your customers?
It's an interesting question. Everybody talks about COVID.
Right.
And COVID situation changing from year to year. Last year, we were all secluded, sitting at home, not be able to commute. Mind you, even today, we're still very high restriction applied, but we meet now, we're talking to each other face to face.
Right.
However, what did change in the last year, it's situation on the component market.
Right.
It's becoming more difficult to obtain certain components, and because of supply chain issues, some manufacturers decided to discontinue certain products, and it creates havoc for a lot of our equipment providers. Also, very big difficulties now related to logistics, transportation, to bring materials, to ship materials. Even you have finished product sitting in your warehouse.
Right.
Before it would be like week or two and you can do delivery with air freight and maybe 3 to 4 weeks with by sea. Today it can take 3 months.
Yeah.
You don't have containers.
Absolutely.
You don't have ships. You have overbooked flights. It's really challenging now.
Yeah.
And prices became ridiculously high now.
Yeah.
All this creates new situation, new economy.
Yeah.
Actually.
Now there were software and tech supply chain issues before COVID, but COVID made them even worse, right? As you said, with logistics, delivery, it made prices go really high. And even though we were all in quarantine, though, you guys didn't stop working. You actually had a really busy year, right? And you can talk about achieving some of the milestones that you hit in the past year?
In spite of sitting at home and telecommuting like we all do today, we did a lot of stuff in the last year. We finished our second generation of high throughput satellites platform. We launched it. It's working now with our customers. And we also made a significant improvement on the platform itself. We now support seamlessly layer 2 connectivity. We're doing 5% roll-off and spacing and return channel. We're doing 16 QAM modulations, to name the few. And the overall efficiency of the system, it's significantly increased.
And at Satellite, one of the big themes here is we're talking about, as we said in the general session, creating value for new customers. How is Spacebridge helping your customers monetize upon offering with your value-added services and new business models?
Well, we created 2 offerings. One is Sat Cloud, which is a service-based service. And second, we're doing platform as a service, where we installing platform in certain teleports, and we're working with satellite operators and sometimes with teleport operators to provide VSAT as a service.
Now, Spacebridge, you're speaking on a panel about making things cheaper for the new space supply chain, and a lot of new space companies are coming into the LEO or NGSO market. How did Spacebridge adapt to this now kind of LEO dominated, in terms of attention? How is Spacebridge adapting to the LEO and GEO market?
Well, LEO will require much more throughput, more how to say, low cost per terminal because volume, high volume involved. But in reality, it's not a big difference. The same chip that supports LEO supports now GEO, supports acceleration, supports Dopplers, and it's really in the higher layers what we put beyond physical layer. And we have very successful tests on some LEO spacecraft, and it's working no problem.
Satellite connectivity networks are becoming, more multi-orbit. They're integrating much more hybrid technology. It's evolving much more software in the cloud. Do you see this trend continuing as a development trend for the satellite industry?
Absolutely, absolutely. We've seen separation of physical layer from IT side of our hub. We already have tested separation of what traditional modulator, demodulator from rest of the platform, like encapsulation, modem, switches, and so on, which we put it in data center. And this way it's becoming much more effective and efficient to operate. Specifically, you can put it in a manned teleport in somewhere in the boonies, and it will work just seamlessly.
So you're now here at Satellite 2021. You're meeting with your customers again, kind of reorientating yourself to the new environment. What's your roadmap look like for 2022? And by the time we see you next year, 6 months, I guess, down the road at Satellite 2022, where do you hope to be?
We hope to be in 6 months out of COVID situation to start with.
Me too, yeah.
To see everybody healthy, in good spirits, and also physical good position. And to see more customers face-to-face like we're doing it now. Unfortunately, we don't see too many of them from Latin America and from Europe and Africa. We don't see much. But we will, in 6 months, we want to finish our next generation platform, what we're doing, high-speed return channels, full RCS2 program with high symbol rate up to 30 mega symbols and per channel, and a big channels to cover 400 to 500 mega symbol in one shot. And this is where we want to be. We want our customers to enjoy flexibility, versatility, and ability to put multi-service on a single platform, save money, and use multiple waveforms from the same cost-effective terminals.
Well, David, that sounds very exciting. David, you've always picked the right business to be in. You're continuing, you're definitely in the right business here. There's an insatiable need for integrated technologies such as modems, ground systems, and that sounds like a very exciting future path for you. Coming out of COVID, I agree. I just want it to be over as well so we can get back to real business. But thank you so much for taking the time to catch up with me. It's good to see you again in person, and I look forward to seeing what you guys are going to be doing in the next few months here.
Thank you, Jeff, and all the best to you and Viasat.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jeffrey Hill. We'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your time here at Satellite.